welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Master's in Counseling Psychology, longtime professional astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to share my astrology update for September 2022. Stay tuned to the end of the episode when I give my sun sign predictions for each sign. Welcome to the episode on the astrology of September 2022. Stay tuned until the end of the episode when I give my sun sign forecast for each zodiac sign. I will share the key dates and astrological activities during the month of September 2022, and then go back and give you more details. Go back and listen to my previous podcast, Cosmic Waves and Cryptocurrents, for more insight on September through November 2022, especially for cryptocurrency trajectories. September slinks in with 5 major planets retrograde, including Uranus undulating back in Taurus, jolly Jupiter journeying back through Aries, Saturn sauntering retro in Aquarius, Pluto promenading back in Capricorn, and Neptune pulsing Pisces retrograde. On September 9th through October 2nd, Mercury joins planetary pals in retrograde reprieve in the sign Libra and Virgo. Here are the key dates for September 2022. On September 9th, Mercury goes retrograde in Libra until the 23rd and then shifts on September 23rd, going retrograde in Virgo until October 2nd, 2022. On September 10th, there's a Pisces full moon. September 22nd, the fall equinox arrives in the Northern Hemisphere as the sun transits into Libra. On September 23rd, Mercury retrogrades into Virgo. September 25th is the new moon in Libra, the Shemitah release. And on September 29th, Venus transits into Libra until October 23rd. With 6 planets retrograde, September starts slowly, allowing integration of the previous months. Mars is moving through Gemini, an air sign, and Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius, while Mercury moves back through Libra. All 3 air signs are now helping us to reactivate ideas, realign with our goals, reassess our finances and future, and reawaken our higher mind while realizing our soul connection. With Mercury retrograde in Libra, the sign of relationships, many will reevaluate relationships. Mercury retrograde for the 3rd time in 2022 from September 9th through October 2nd. Mercury will be retrograde in Libra from September 9th through September 23rd. Then retrograde in Virgo from September 23rd through October 2nd. Libra and air signs Gemini and Aquarians will be triggered and impacted by the Mercury retro from September 9th through September 23rd. Geminis also have Mars marching through their sign, commanding new orders and plans, while Aquarians have Saturn sauntering back through their sign, reminding them to revitalize and reconnect with their past and future selves to prepare for accelerations when Saturn goes direct on October 23rd. Virgos will be very triggered by this Mercury retrograde because Mercury is their ruling planet, retroactive in their sign from September 23rd to October 2nd, and then goes direct in their sign until October 10th, forcing reevaluation of best laid plans of mice, men, and Virgo. Retro Mercury messes with communication and can create confusion. Don't sign contracts or buy cars during Mercury retrograde. Also be careful in your dealings with others. And don't fall for the too good to be true offer. Chances are you are being spammed or hacked or scammed, so beware. Mercury has rulership over such things as thinking, negotiating, buying and selling, listening, formal contracts, documents, travel, the mail, and shipping, and anything to do with communications. Decision-making is challenged during Mercury retrograde. Try to postpone important decisions or launching new enterprises. Delays and challenges pop up during Mercury retro, and electronics or computers can be wacky. Don't be careless with money or personal information, and be vigilant checking out your accounts, whether they be financial or banking accounts, credit cards, or social media sites for unusual or suspicious activity. The positive side to Mercury retro is that you can slow down and smell the coffee. It is a good time for reflection and recollection and internal practices and processes such as meditation, regression therapies, psychotherapy, or spiritual pursuits. As I have said in previous podcasts, it's good for doing all the rewords. This period is best used for reorganizing, reassessing, rethinking, revising, and rehashing. With Mercury retrograde in Libra from September 9th through 23rd, decision-making will be difficult, and it might be advised to put off major decisions during this cycle, as our mind tends to go back and forth between the pros and cons without getting clarity. Relationships are up for reevaluation with Mercury retro in Libra. Don't recycle those exes. Watch out for blasts from the past and those would-have, could-have, should-have thoughts with regards to past potential partners. With retrograde Mercury in Virgo from the 23rd forward, we might look at past decisions and ideas from a retrospective perspective. Watch for being overly analytical or critical to self or others. It's a good time to revisit past projects and refine or tweak them. This is a good time for reviewing recent work. Break out of boring routines or regimes. Renew your old self-care, health, or fitness programs during Mercury retrograde. On September 10th, a full moon occurs in the sign of Pisces. The key to balance lies in identifying and expressing our spiritual needs while maintaining order in our everyday lives. Pisces is the spiritual, and Virgo is the worldly or mundane. The day after Mercury goes retrograde on September 10th, there is the full moon in Pisces with the sun in Virgo. Virgo asks for just the facts, and Pisces helps you tune into your spiritual self. Health and organization are priorities in the coming months. Get your life in order so you can be on remote control, especially during this retrograde cycle. Get your health regimes in order, including streamlining diets, health, and nutrition for the changing seasons. Also, tweak your supplement and food regimes, as well as seek out new healers or revisit previous practitioners to upgrade your energy. Pisces moon rules these areas of the body: your feet, toes, pineal gland, endorphins, and melatonin production. So maybe get a reflexology treatment or show some love to your feet by doing a foot soak or a massage around this full moon. The pineal gland is not a dirty word for something in your body. The pineal gland is connected to your third eye. So do some meditation for the Pisces moon to release more melatonin, and exercise for the Virgo sun to release some endorphins. September's full moon is forming a loose conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, pulsing in playful and surreal energies and activating imagination. Full moon aspects eccentric Uranus, offering surprises or unexpected outcomes or visitors. Summer winds down, but the climax is fun and fruitful at this full moon in Pisces. Spend time by the water and listening to music to make the most of the Piscean mystical moments. This is the harvest moon, so see what you have harvested in the previous 9 months of 2022. The moon is full in Pisces, a water sign, so this can be an emotional time. Also a time of romance, fertilization, and relationships. The full moon occurs along the Virgo-Pisces polarity, which is the service axis in astrology. This axis deals with the balance between day-to-day functions and routines, physical health, and the need for order, Virgo, versus the spiritual self, non-structure, the nebulous, and potential enlightenment, symbolized by Pisces. Virgo rules the practical, how we deal with day-to-day life, while Pisces rules our spiritual life. The degree of this full moon is 17 degrees Pisces. The Sabian symbol, an archetypal description of the 360 degrees of the zodiac for 17 degrees Pisces, is an Easter promenade or an Easter parade, which opposes the degree of the sun at Virgo 17. 17 Virgo Sabian symbol is a volcano in eruption. The idea is to feel the enormous burst of powerful energies and yet place them in a social context, such as going for a stroll on a lovely Easter afternoon. This symbol emphasizes the value of attuning one's life activities and moods to the ritualistic patterns of society or earth nature, rather than acting in complete independence from the group. With planets all traveling retrograde, 6 planets retrograde, and the full moon on September 10th, I predicted in the previous podcast that cryptocurrency will have a bounce back in September and begin to rise again fast. This will be a short heyday, but the retrograde planets in September will certainly help crypto regain lost ground. A very prolific cycle will be between the September full moon of September 10th right up until the new moon in Libra on September 25th. As I mentioned in the previous podcast, the new moon of September 25th, 2022, ushers in Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the Hebrew year, signifying the end of the Shemitah year, which has been happening since September 6, 2021. At the end of a Shemitah year, there is always a release of Shemitah, which generally brings a challenging event. We'll see. The sun transits into Libra on September 22nd at 9:04 p.m., marking the fall equinox in the Northern Hemisphere and the spring equinox in the Southern Hemisphere. People have celebrated the fall equinox for centuries. In the Northern Hemisphere, the September equinox coincides with the fall harvest, and many ancient harvest celebrations take place on or around the fall equinox. On the equinox, day and night are of nearly equal length across the planet. Ancient cultures didn't have clocks to calculate minutes of daytime and nighttime, but they could measure the sun's position geometrically. People observe that the sun's rising and setting points move slightly each day of the year. The summer solstice would occur when the sun reached its northernmost point, marking the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. The sun's southernmost point marked the winter solstice, or the shortest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, when the North Pole was tilted the farthest from the sun. The 2 days of the year when the sun rose exactly due east and set exactly due west marked the equinoxes. Archaeologists believe a number of prehistoric sites were used by ancient peoples to track the position of the sun and predict equinoxes and solstices. Some of these sites include Stonehenge and Newgrange in the United Kingdom and the Majorville Medicine Wheel in Alberta, Canada. To the ancient Greeks, the September equinox marks the return of the goddess Persephone to the darkness of the underworld, where she is reunited with her husband Hades, or as we know, Pluto. Harvest festivals in Great Britain occurred throughout the centuries. The people of the British Isles have given thanks at fall harvest festivals since pagan times. Harvest festivals traditionally were held on the Sunday nearest the harvest moon. Early English settlers took the harvest festival tradition with them to America. These tradition festivals, once celebrated around the equinox, formed the basis of American Thanksgiving, which we now celebrate in November. Modern pagans celebrate a feast called Mabon on the autumnal equinox. This harvest festival is time to celebrate the gifts of the earth. On September 25th, the new moon occurs in the sign of Libra, prompting a new beginning. It's a time for taking charge of our relationships and giving them their due attention, as well as working on our negotiation and partnering skills. Although Mercury is still retrograde, this can be a good time to resolve conflicts. This new moon occurs in early degrees of Libra, inspiring new relationships or a beginner's mind to existing relationships. Jupiter in Aries opposes this new moon, which can show selfish tendencies that will interfere with the cooperation of relationship. We can be more optimistic about connecting and our dealings with others. We may enter into new partnerships, new relationships, and new commitments, and we can be enthusiastic in our negotiations and diplomacy. Libra new moon looks for equanimity and how we can bring life back into balance. The degree of the new moon is 3 degrees Libra. The Sabian symbol for 3 degrees Libra is, quote, the dawn of a new day reveals everything changed. The keynote is the ever-present possibility of beginning again on a new foundation of values. How appropriate and auspicious for the new moon in Libra to have this Sabian symbol. You get the cosmic green light to start anew. Perhaps it's time to go for that new job or new relationship or new home, but just wait till Mercury goes direct after October 2nd. On September 29th, Venus comes home to her luxurious and beautiful abode in Libra until October 23rd, when she slinks into seductive and sexy Scorpio. But for now, the goddess of love and beauty turns her attention to making our relationships better, helping the lonely find love, and beautifying our lives. It's a fabulous time to shop for new clothes, jewelry, home adornments, such as pictures and furnishings. Make yourself and your environment as pleasing as possible. But remember not to overindulge or overspend, as the Libra scales likes to keep things in balance. Bring your life back into equanimity, and if you've been working too hard, take some time to relax and luxuriate. Venus back home in Libra will be happy and help you out in pleasure seeking. Welcome to the part of the episode you've been waiting for. The sun sign forecast for each zodiac sign for September 2022. Let's start with the birthday kids. Happy birthday, Virgo. Born approximately August 21st through September 21st. Virgo, get your groove back during your birthday equinox. Clear the clutter and start something new. At your solar return, seed some new goals and financial plans. Take advantage of Mercury Retro in your sign after September 23rd to revise, revisit, and reintegrate. Then realign with the divine plan for your life. Your lucky days, Virgo, are September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Libra, born approximately September 21st through October 21st. Hold off on making any major decisions, but go back and troubleshoot any early issues left unresolved. Reflect to receive a new perspective on a situation in your life. It's a love fest when the sun transits into your sign on September 22nd, and then Venus lights up your life as she dances back home to Libra at the end of the month, bringing fun, frolic, and festivities your way. Plan your birthday bash now and throw the mercurial madness to the curb, balancing body, mind, and spirit with Venusian verve. Your lucky days, Libra, are September 26th and 27th. Scorpio, born approximately October 21st through November 21st. Full moon in early September sends auspicious beams to Scorpio from both Sun in Virgo and Moon in fellow water sign Pisces. Virgo energies in early September assist you to analyze, dissect, and reflect. Get your monies in order and find ways to fine-tune your finances. Venus transits into your house of karma from September 29th through October 23rd, when she then slinks into Scorpio for success. The seeds you planted in the past months reap harvest. Your lucky days, Scorpio, are September 1st, September 2nd, the 28th, and the 29th. Sagittarius, born approximately November 21st through December 21st. Blast from the past during Mercury Retrograde in September stirs up past emotions and memories. Let bygones be bygones and get ready to launch something new when Libra New Moon and Mercury Direct in October ignite passion plays. Creative collaborations are percolating. Your lucky days, Sag, are September 3rd, 4th, and 30th. Capricorn, born approximately December 21st through January 21st. Pluto and planetary party retro push up past patterns for Capricorn regarding scarcity and prosperity. Use the retrogrades to be in the present moment without worrying about the future or living in the past. Keep moving forward. Pluto keeps plugging along in Capricorn. Your lucky days are September 5th and 6th. Aquarius, born approximately January 21st through February 20th. Set yourself up for success, Aquarius, by revisiting goals from the past and realigning them to your present life, while future forecasting financial freedom. It's hard to focus on your professional life when your social life has amped up. You're being upgraded and your circuitry rewired. Ride the ebbs and flows of the Aquarian wave. New people pop into your life, offering opportunities and good advice. Your lucky days, Aquarius, are September 7th and 8th. Pisces, born approximately February 20th through March 21st. September 10th, full moon in Pisces, pulses blessings and boons your way, but you may feel emotionally vulnerable. Part of you wants to retreat into a peaceful Piscean respite, but the other part is itching to get work done. Uranus retro in Taurus recovers resources and sends some surprises. Your lucky days, Pisces, are September 9th and 10th. Aries, born approximately March 21st through April 21st. Although you feel it's important to act now and perhaps urgently, hold back those impulses. Don't make any decisions that could have implications you haven't anticipated. You feel like an Energizer bunny, so seek a physical outlet and give your mind a break. Take a run at sunrise or sunset. Take advantage of the slipping sunlight to ignite a renewed sense of health and well-being. Your lucky days, Aries, are September 11th and 12th. Taurus, born approximately April 21st through May 21st. Hard-working fellow Earth sign Virgo insists that Taurus make hay while the sun shines, but you feel pressure and can't wait to seek release. Don't say or do anything rash. Remember your own motto, Taurus, slow and steady wins the race. Taurus is trying to balance the needs of self and others. When Sun and Venus transit into fellow Venusian sign Libra, starting at the September 22nd Equinox, let the games begin, Taurus. Your lucky days are September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Gemini, born approximately June 21st through July 21st. You have been in a cycle of release since your birthday, and it's amped up in September as Mercury joins the retro redux. Focus on health and healing and plug your battery back into a different frequency. Communication with others can feel confusing and time-consuming. Use the retrograde cycles to restore and reboot your circuits. Your lucky days, Gemini, are September 16th and 17th. Cancer, born approximately June 21st through July 21st. You find yourself consistently having to set healthy boundaries with others. They may not respond as you would like, But that's their problem, isn't it? Your sensitivities are heightened at the Pisces full moon, and you are planning your next retreat to gentler waters. New horizons beckon at the Libra new moon. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Your lucky days, Cancer, are September 18th, 19th, and 20th. Leo, born approximately July 21st through August 21st. Leo wants to leap forward in September, but feels a bit burnt out after their birthday month. Obligations and responsibilities weigh on you, and others could be making unreasonable demands on you. This is courtesy of Saturn opposing your sun. Remember to breathe and know that this too will pass. Don't let your social life suffer. It provides some respite, and friends could offer some sage advice. Things look up at the autumnal equinox when the sun shifts into Libra and the moon is in Leo. Auspicious luminaries light your fires. Your lucky days, Leo, are September 21st and 22nd. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the astrology update for September 2022 with Sun Sign Forecast. Make sure you download, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine signing out, sending healing cosmic currents through the quantum field.